Done. Okay, I think I have both things up here. Give me one moment. This is the Redheaded Poet. We are back here. We are back here doing, hopefully dual streaming will work now. I fixed some issues I was having with my internet, so we will see how long this lasts. But we're going to be doing some, let me switch my YouTube thing here. We're going to be doing some dice inserts today, something mild so I don't lose a whole bunch of video if this goes south. I have a bunch of ideas. I'll try to do a couple for new dice sets that'll come up. I may or may not have time to paint these live, but that's okay. I mostly just wanted to do something to test out TikTok streaming thing here again and make sure it doesn't die on me. But I think we're good. See, OBS is fine, and it looks like TikTok is doing okay. So we shall see. We shall see how long this lasts. But let me pull up my, I set myself a ton of things that I wanted to make today. So I'm going to pull all of those up here. Okay, let's start with something little. Okay. I think we'll start with some basic, so I use these basic colored dice as sort of a base size so that I can reference and see how big things are supposed to be. So I'll put those here for now. Sorry for the noise of the thing. All right. Looks like on the OBS side my audio is a little high. I usually don't change it much, but we'll drop it down just a tad here. I know on TikTok it should be fine. It barely shows up. So hopefully TikTok side is okay. All right. We'll pull some clay aside here. Okay. So I have a lot of ideas. I want to do some penguins maybe. I'm a cat person, so I've been doing a lot of cats, but I haven't really done any dogs. So we might see if I can do a dog or something too. But I think to start, I want to do like a cute little cow. And I'm thinking like one of the Highland cows. I think I'll do it in the larger one. So I use these for size reference. Let me pull up photos of cute Highland cows real quick here. Alright. And it was so cold in here. That's why I started a little bit later than I intended. Because I meant to start it earlier, but it was freezing in my room, so I wanted to give it time to warm up a little bit. Alright. So yeah, I think we'll do like a very cutesy, cartoony little cow first. Alright. With a very, very chibi style, probably. Let me pull up some references. Okay. Sculpt. That's probably the right size. Give him a very small body and then a very large head. I don't know why that makes things cuter, but it always does. Alright. Get the base shape here of the body. Okay. Okay, we're still good. Then we'll add a little bit of a nose here. Okay. Hold on, TikTok's saying there's no sound again. There should be. Okay, there is sound, it's just quiet. It keeps adding noise suppression and that really messes up. Hold on. Hopefully that fixed it. Alright. It keeps adding noise suppression and completely canceling out my voice. Okay. Alright, so that's the basic body shape. Then let me see. I want to do the ones that have like so much hair over the face that they can't see. So we'll do a thin piece here that we can turn into like bangs. It's like a cat with an emo hairstyle. So yeah, we're just gonna make a couple little miniatures today. Nothing too crazy. I will start probably another mythological large sculpture next week. I'm probably gonna do another West Virginia cryptid, but I don't know yet. We'll see. I want to try doing like the Grafton monster or something similar. Alright, let me hold them a little closer to the camera so you can see. Okay, and then cow nose is usually here, here, do a little side piece there. Let's add a few little pieces on the side here, give them extra hair bangs. Alright. There's his little face. Okay, let me see the ears. Look pretty good so far. Okay. We should be fine on space still. He still fits in his allotted die. Let's go ahead and give him ears. I think their ears are quite rounded. Yeah. So let's do that a little bit here. One ear. And then we'll do the other ear. Okay. There we go. We got little ears for our little Highland cow. Okay, now we need little horns. Give him little tiny cute horns. Oh, so this ear needs to be a little higher. There we go. Over just a tad. All right. Okay. I think I will add a little bit more to I want the bangs to stick up a bit more. So we'll add a few pieces here and there. Make it look a little messier. There we go. Now he's got super messy hair. Kind of see him. There we go. Yeah, and he's gonna go in a dye about this size. Obviously it'll be clear and not colored, but should be good. All right, let's shape his head a little bit better here. And I'll do fur pattern on the rest of him too, not just his head. But I gotta finish his little legs first. Give him cute little chibi legs, and then we'll move from there. Little tiny stubs. Do they have furry legs? They do. They're very furry. Okay. Let's do basic little legs. A little bit further to the side here. There we go. Alright. Let's attach these to his body. Yeah, I like doing a mix of more realistic and more cutesy. Today I have a lot more cutesy stuff lined up. But I also enjoy doing realistic things. I've gotten into doing like half water and partially submerged things because that looks really cool with multicolored resins. So like I did a shark attack, well, not attacking, but surrounding a raft in one of my dice. It never made it to the shop because one of my friends bought it, but I had a lot of fun making that one. I want to make some more like that. I do have a cutesy idea with a penguin on ice or a polar bear. I'm not sure yet. So we'll probably do that today as well. I might do that one next. Because I brainstormed last night while I was at work for a bunch of ideas that I wanted to do today to test out dual streaming again, since that has not gone well in the past. So there we go. He's got 2 little front legs now. Gotta get his back legs, and then I'm gonna try to make him look a little fluffy all over. Okay. And that will be our little Highland cow D20. He's going to be in the extra large size, which I usually sell for like $18, I think, on the shop. So, not too terrible. I may have to raise prices sometime, but I try not to. I try to keep stuff reasonable. Alright, here we got his little back legs now. Let's attach those. Okay. Smashing his little ears. I'm sorry. Okay. There we go. He's now got front legs and back legs, our little chibi cow, with his emo hairstyle. I always wonder why people had that hairstyle, because it's like you can't see anything. I always had long hair and I loved bangs, but like, how do you see? Alright, now we gotta do a little tail. What are they? Do they just have long cow tails? Hold on. Almost all of them are from the front. Oh wait, there we go. There's one I can see. I can't see it. What does a Highland cow's tail look like? Okay, just regular long fluffy tail like a cow. Got it. Okay. Let me attach his little tail. And then we're going to add some fur pattern, try to make him look a little fluffier all over. And then I got to make sure he still fits in his intended dye. Okay, this tail's too long. We're going to make it smaller. Okay. Here we go. And he still fits perfect. He's actually the right size for the dye. Okay. So now we're going to do little faint fur patterns all over our little Highland cow. Yeah. I do think little cows are so cute. Give him little fluffy patterns all over. And then we're almost done with this guy and we'll start a different one. Let's see, I'll hold him closer to the camera so you can see him better. Here, let me see if turning this light on helps. Or if that made it worse. Alright, you can see him better. Our little Highland cow. I think he's cute. Alright. Let's finish his little fluffy fur. And hopefully, if all goes well, I'll be casting him within the coming weeks. I have a couple commissions I gotta work on. Because I do take commissions on my Etsy shop. I make pretty much anything within the realm of decency and copyright. Yeah, I gotta work on a couple of those and I need to remake the mold. So it might be a little bit before this guy shows up on the shop. But it shouldn't be too long. Or for the end of the year. Yeah. Alright, let's do his tummy. I don't think I'm gonna do udders because I just want him to look super fluffy. Alright. Little fluffy patterns. Here we go. And then his tail is also supposed to be fluffy, so we'll just pat it a little bit. Alright. So I think that's enough fluffiness for our little guy. And I'll try to shade him a little bit so you can see. Okay, yeah, this is actually making it worse. Let me pull the light over here. There, that made it better, I think. No. There we go. Now you can see. Little Highland cow. He's going to go inside a D20 about this size. But I think he's cute. Alright, that's our first one for today. We'll put him over here. Now let me see what I want to do next. I think... Alright, I wanted to do a little polar bear that was like fishing, and I want to put him on a sheet of ice, but I think the ice I'm probably going to have to make out of like, well, what is it? UV resin, probably. So I think we're just going to make the little bear with his hands out, and then I'll make a fishing pole out of like a toothpick and a piece of string, and I'll make the fish. But he's got to be super tiny because he's got to fit in half of this die. Because what I'll probably do is like half blue, and then I'll put the little polar bear on his ice on top with the fish. So I'm going to see. I'm going to make a small bear. He's going to be a lot smaller than you'd think, but it's because he's only going in part of the die. So let's make a little bear with his arms out, and then we'll put him aside. I almost kind of want him to be wearing like a sweater and sitting on a little block of ice that's floating on water. I think that would look cute inside of a D20. There we go. Alright. He might be a little bit too big. Hold on. Yeah, make him a little smaller. Hold on. A little bit smaller. Yeah, and I'll make the ice out of some UV resin I have. I'll just make a little chunk and then paint some snow on it. Frost it over a bit. And that should look pretty realistic as ice. Okay. We got a little bit of a bare face, not quite. Let's elongate his face a little bit here. Alright. There we go. Give him a tiny little nose. Okay. Little ears. There we go. Got a little bear. Okay. All right. Alright, we're going to give him some little legs, so he's going to be sitting with his legs out in front of him, and then we'll give him some arms sticking out so I can eventually put a little fishing pole inside of it. But I think I will make the fishing pole out of a toothpick. And I think I have some fishing wire, some fishing line. Or I might have to use something thinner, like a piece of hair or something, because I don't think I have anything thinner than that. We'll see. I think hair might be too thin. I might have to use the fishing. I might have to hunt down the fishing line that I have somewhere. I don't know where. Okay. Got his little feet. See if I can make him a little more paw shaped. Okay. Got our little bear. Now we gotta give him some arms. Give him some little arms here. And then I'll make a hole for the toothpick. Right about here. Okay. I might have to use wire for the fishing pole as well. But yeah, we have a little hole in his hands now so that I can put something in there. Whether it's wire or a toothpick that I end up using for the fishing pole. It might, yeah, because it has to curve slightly, so I guess I might have to use wire rather than a toothpick, because it's hard to get toothpicks to curve without breaking. Alright, so we got our little basic polar bear guy here. Put a little tail on him now. Alright. And then I'm gonna put some little furry pieces on his forehead, just to make him look kind of cute. There we go. Alright, and he just needs to sit decently flat, like so. Alright, so there's our little bear. He's going to be holding a little fishing pole. So he'll be in the upper half of the D20. Then I'm going to have to make a little fishy here that I can glue on the end of the string. Let me see what I can do. Little fish. And then we'll have it look, I'm going to cast it in 2 halves so it'll look kind of like he is fishing inside a D20. I think that'll be cute. A little fishing polar bear. Alright, let's do this. Let's mark the eye right about here and here and that. And we'll give some tiny little fins here. Fish is not going to be as detailed because of the size, but we do our best. Put that there. Flip him over. A little fin on this side. A little bit too big, a little bit smaller. There. Okay, and then we'll give him a little bit of that top fin. I don't know what it's called. Can't think of it off the top of my head. My brain is thinking dorsal, but I'm not sure if that's correct. So. Not a perfect fish, but recognizable as a fish. And this will be the teeny tiny little fish that's going to go on the end of the little bear's fishing pole. Alright, we're going to stick them aside. Let's see what we're going to do next. Now I wanted to do a full set, because I've done so many cat dice, I wanted to do a full set of probably like a dog, a full set with dogs. I'm not as good at sculpting dogs because I don't do it as often, but I think it might be cute to do a dog, a tennis ball, and then a bunch of like little milk bones. So we're gonna see if we can do that. Let me pull up some cute pictures of dogs for reference. Okay, what type of dog do we want to do? I mean, I could do like a generic little cutesy dog. Yeah, can't be much bigger than that because this is the regular. For reference, this is the oversized set. You can see the size difference here. This is like a regular size D20, and this is an oversized. Gives me a lot more room to work with, but we're gonna try to do this in the small set because I only really have to do one detailed piece for this, and that will be the little dog, and then everything else should be pretty simple. Okay, so rough shape here. That was not meant to be a pun. Okay. We'll give him some little paws. And of course at this scale, like, there's only so much detail I can do. If I had, you know, something to put this on or hold, like, I think they make little mini holders so you can, like, paint miniatures and stuff. I don't know if that would work for the clay, but that would probably make it easier to do little tiny stuff like this. Yeah. There we go. So now he's got little tiny front paws. I apologize, this one's really tiny, I know. Alright, he's got little front paws. Now we're going to give him some back ones. Actually, no, I don't want to do the back legs yet. Let's do the head, and then we'll do the back legs last. Let's give him little floppy ears. Alright, we got little ears for him now. Let's give him a little nose. And I think I'll leave the eyes up to paint. When they're this scale, a lot of times it's actually easier and better to just paint the eyes on rather than attempting to sculpt the eyes. Especially for the cutesier things, I find that just works better. So we got his little face now. Now we're going to do his back legs. And then his tail. And then we'll do a very simple, like, tennis ball for, probably for this one, and then I'll just do a bunch of little milk bones for the rest of the set. I think that'll be kind of cute. That way it's a themed set, and each one's a little bit different, but then I also don't have to sculpt this many puppies at this scale. I mean, I could, but it would take a long time. And I think it's cuter. I like doing the themed sets where each die has something slightly different in it, because I think it makes them more interesting. And I'm lazy. That too. All right. There we go. We got the little back legs. Now we gotta do his tail. See how much room I have for the tail. Okay, still got a decent amount of room. I made him pretty tiny, so that is good. Alright. That's a little too big for the tail. It's always hard to work with stuff this scale. Trying to make it look like a dog tail and not like a cat tail. There we go. Put it sideways so it looks like he's wagging his tail. We got our tiny little puppy. Okay, and I think he fits. Yep, he should fit. Might have to curve the tail just a tad, but that should fit. And let me see if I can do a teeny tiny little collar for him. I mean, if I have to, I could just paint the collar on, but I kind of do want to see if I can sculpt it. Little puppy collar. Very slowly. Oops, I made it a tiny bit too short. Let's try this again. Add a little tiny bit here. And we should be fine. Alright, so we got a little collar for him, and let me see if I can do a tiny little dog tag on his chest. There we go. There we go. He's got a teeny tiny little collar. You probably can't see it at this distance. Come on, camera, focus. There we go. He's got a little collar, got a little tail. Alright. He's going to... Oh, hello. I didn't see the comment there. Sorry. He's going to go into a D20 about this size. Alright, so now we're going to make the rest of the set. So he's going to be this size. Then we're going to do... Actually, I think I'll do the tennis ball and the D4. I think that'll be better. It'll be a little smaller. But that should be pretty easy. That's so odd. Because I see a comment, but then it tells me I don't have any viewers. I may have just missed it. Sorry. Alright. Alright, so we're going to do a little tennis ball inside this one. Let's see, and tennis balls usually have that pattern. I can carve it into this. And then the rest of these, we're just going to do basic little like milk bone treats that you give puppies. I think that'll be cute. There we go. Just a little tennis ball. And then we need to make 5 little milk bone patterns. Unless there's something else that I could put. I'm not sure. Let me see here. But I think milk bones is probably the best. I think that makes the most sense, and it's the cutest and most recognizable probably. So we'll here flatten this a little bit, about the right size. Flatten this a bit, and then do like that. They usually say something across the front, don't they? The little dog bone toys and treats. I think they do. Let me look that up real quick. I think they say something. Okay. Let us look up dog bones. Okay, they usually say like milk bone across the front, but that's a brand. Okay, so we'll just do the little flattened classic ones that have like a pattern here, here, and then they have holes. And then I think, oh, there it is. I'll use the brush here to kind of give it a texture. When I paint it, I'll make it look more textured. And let me make sure this still will fit. It should. Okay. So that's one milk bone. And we got four more to go. Stay there. Yeah, these should be pretty fast to make. Okay. But yeah, I felt bad because I do so many cats, and I love cats and bears and things, but I realized like I've done no dogs at all. I think I did one wolf, and that's like it. I haven't done any other dog themed dice or sculptures. So I do like dogs. I actually like them quite a bit. But I've always preferred sculpting cats. Okay. Almost. Alright. Same thing, we'll do the little holes. And this should be the right size to fit in the D10. And be the next dog bone for this little puppy set. I have a theory that D&D players are more cat lovers, but I may be completely off base. I think it's just because the ones that I know are all cat lovers. For some reason. Not that you can't be both, actually, because like I love both dogs and cats. I honestly don't know why we distinguish it so much. Or separate them so much. Like I know dogs and cats are a bit different, but they're both kind of great. Okay. Second dog bone. Really, does it fit? I think it fits. Maybe shorten it just a tad. Okay. Got that one done. 3 more. But yeah. Send little puppy. If I can get him to... There we go. This is going to be the D20. Alright. This one's going to have to be small. Because the D8 is surprisingly tiny. It does not seem that way until you start trying to design inclusions for it, and then you realize it's way smaller than you thought. Then this side. Okay, that was a little too small. Let's make it a little bit bigger. All right. Do the patterns real quick here. Just a little crisscross pattern around the edges and then the dots, and then we'll add the texture from the brush. Like so. Alright. We got 2 more, and then we'll start a different set. Or a different D20. I might do another. I like doing the larger D20s. I find they sell well rather than the full sets. Because the full sets can be a little expensive for some people. So I like to have multiple pricing options. Because I am always sad when I see like cool shops and there's nothing I can afford on them. So, Alright. And flatten it a bit. Do the shape again. Sculpting. There we go. Yeah, it's finally warm in my room. It was freezing when I came home. Alright, 1 more dog bone and then we'll be finished with our little puppy set. This one I should be able to cast fairly quickly because I don't have any other full sets that I'm doing right now. So this will probably be the next set that I do. Whereas the other ones, I have some commissions to do, and I also have some stuff that I still haven't cast. And the ones currently in the pressure pot had bubbles and voids that I have to fix. So they will be taking up a bit of the space for a little while. It's actually less the space and more the fact that I only have a couple of the molds. I should really make multiple large D20 molds so I can do a couple at a time. But I rarely have that much that I need to do that quickly. Okay. And do the little holes for the dog bone. There we go. Let me shape that a little better. Alright, so we have a whole bunch of little dog bones like this that are going to be going in the set. We have a tennis ball for the D4, and then for the D20 we have our tiny little puppy. Okay, so that's one set done. Let's move those aside. And I see some people coming on the TikTok side, so if you haven't seen this, is the first thing we made was a little Highland cow. He's pretty cute. He's going to go in a large D20 by himself. And then we made a little bear that's going to hold a fishing pole. And then I'm going to attach some string, and it's going to have a little fish hanging off of it. I'm going to do that one in a split D20, like half bluish to make it look like water. And he's going to be floating on a little piece of ice. Alright, so let's move these aside. Let's see what else I can do. What else have I got on my list of stuff to try? Let's see. Oh. I know food always goes over well, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to start another full sushi set. I kind of wanted to work like an hour and a half, and that might take me longer than that. So let's see, what else can we make? cocoa with marshmallows. I always write myself a ton of ideas and then I end up not liking them. I don't know why. Let's do something in a die this size, one of the smaller ones. And let me just pick something from my list. I guess I could try to do another. I like the hamster that I did a while back, so let's do another hamster. Yeah, we're gonna do another little hamster. So I'd done one a while back. A very cute one with like chubby little cheeks, and I think that was pretty cool and it went over well. So I think I sold it right away. So I should definitely do hamster. All right. I want to try to do some raccoons because I think I haven't done any raccoons yet. I don't think I've done anything with raccoons before. I know they're decently popular, so let me pull up some hamster photos here on my phone. All right, cute hamster. Yeah, just make him kind of squat. And we're gonna give it, hold on. Hold on, I gotta estimate the size. It's about right, okay. Give it chubby little cheeks. Let's see, if this is the front, then cheek is here and here. Let's blend these in a bit. I ought to do a large sculpture of the necro hamster meme that goes around. That'd be so cute. Or maybe a different one. So I just finished my little panda and I was so happy with him that I did last week. I have the edited video both on TikTok and on my YouTube if you want to watch it. So it's only like a minute long and not the 4 or 5 hours it took me to actually make it. But yeah, I like doing the little anthropomorphic animals. They're cute. Especially when I make them like D&D classes. Or fantasy adventurers. Alright. Got that. And he's got little cheeks and then a little nose right here. Blend this in just a little bit. So we get this face shape correct. I kind of go back and forth between whether I add clay to make the correct shape or whether I sculpt and shape the piece currently in my hand. It depends. Like if you have a decent enough shape at the beginning, it's easier to add. But if you're starting out, I guess I do tend to just shape whatever I have in my hands. Alright, so that is a decent shape. This needs to be a little less. For his little face, his little chubby cheeks. I kind of want him to be eating something. Alright, nose goes here. Nose. Cool. Let me try that again. Okay, nose. And then his little eyes. See, he's big enough that I should make the eyes separate. That is too much clay. Make half of it. The eye there. Eye there. That's too much clay. Okay. So we got his little eyes, part of his nose done. You can see his little face that's developing. There we go. Alright, now we gotta do his little ears. Alright. Then we're gonna give him little fluffy ruffles on his forehead. Make his little cheeks a bit fluffy. I feel like maybe the eyes should be smaller. Maybe I should just paint the eyes on. Go. We're gonna make it fluffier. Do some fur texture. Alright, now he's got more detail coming to his face. I can shield the light a bit. This clay is very reflective. There we go. Okay. Let me see if I can just do the eyes, but maybe smaller. He's starting to look like a little old man hamster, which I'm not totally opposed to. It's kind of funny. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna do the eyes, but just smaller. I think that looks better. Okay. Then we'll do a little bit of fur around here. Here. I think the little nose is too big. That's part of the problem. Alright, let's see. He still fits in the D20. Perfect. I'm gonna give him tiny little feet. Well, hold on. I should probably do legs. Do partially, at least partially legs. Be small, but they have to be there. Okay, there's one little leg. And let's do the other little leg. Feet gonna have to go up a little higher so that he doesn't become too big for the D20 that he is meant for. Oh. What the heck? Hold on, TikTok's being dumb. It claimed inactivity, but it's like I'm still doing stuff, so I'm not sure why. There we go, we're back up. I don't know what that was about. TikTok randomly decided that I wasn't here anymore. I just want to stream on both. Alright, I think we're good now. OBS is working great though. Alright, we got our little no hamster. Okay. Alright. And then he's looking very cartoonish and funny, which is fine. Okay, let's give him a teeny little stubby tail. And then we gotta do his arms. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not detecting the fact that I am here and doing things. It's very odd. Okay. But hey, this is going a lot better than the last time I tried to do this. The last time everything like burned and crashed and didn't work. And it was very bad. This time it's actually running. It's just TikTok every once in a while seems to think that I'm not here. I will have to check the video later on that side to make sure the audio and everything was fine. It should be. But I don't know. It's very stubborn. Sit up. Behave yourself, little hamster. Okay, now let's give him his arms. Just do teeny little arms. No, let's do him bigger than that. Okay. There's one little arm. Blend it in a bit. Okay, and then do our second little arm. And then we're gonna give him a little seed to hold. He doesn't look as good as the first hamster I made, but I think he'll still be cute. Here, let me fix the seed here. There we go. Give him a little seed to hold. Flatten that a bit. There we go. There's a little hamster with the seed. Let's see if I can get him close. Yeah. And I'll do some quick little fur patterns on his arms. And his tummy. Do some seed lines here too. Okay. Alright, So now we got him all done. Little hamster. Put him there. Okay, what are we gonna do next? Let me look at my list again. Let's see. I think I want to do a quick penguin because I like the idea of having the animals like on ice, floating on in water. I think that'd be cute. So if we do like a small little penguin, I could stick him on. Let's do a cute little chibi penguin. I could stick him on like a little piece of ice and have him look like he's floating in the middle. Okay. I feel like penguins you can honestly shape like potatoes. It should be simple, but somehow mine never turn out quite as cute as I would like them. And this little guy, he's going to be small, but he's going to be like stuck in the middle of the D20, so it'll be fine. It will look correct. Okay. Come on. Yeah, they're like squat bowling pins. That's kind of the shape. Alright, let me see. We could do him like that, and then his little beak go right in the middle. There we go. Alright. He's got a little beak now. Let's give him little wings. That's too much clay. And we've got a basic little shape with little wings, and now we're going to do his feet real quick here. Shape them like little triangles. Yeah, this one's not meant to be realistic, just meant to be cute. Our squat little penguin floating on ice. Yeah, if this design idea turns out great, I might do some more realistic ones too. Because like I really did like when I did the raft and the shark. That one was fairly realistic. That was pretty cool. I was pretty happy with that one. So, yeah, more realistic animals on ice would be kind of cool. But for now, I feel like doing chibi cute ones. Yeah. Let's flatten him a bit. There we go. Little penguin. Let's see, they have tails, don't they? They have little tails. Let's give him a little tail. And then I will make the ice block that he is on out of UV resin. And then I will do like a half cast blue and stick the ice piece on top. So it'll look like the ice is floating on the water. And the dye should be kind of cool. It'll look like half water with ice floating and sky on the other half. Get off there. I'm going to paint the eyes on this one as well, so we're not going to sculpt the eyes. There we go. We got a cute little penguin guy. Very simple, but I think it'll work for what we're doing. Let's see. I want to do at least one more thing. So we're going for about an hour, a little over an hour now. Hi, I'm so sleepy. Let me see here. Oh, I could do, let's see, we did one. Let's do another smaller one here. Let me look at different dinosaur types, because I've done T-Rexes a couple times, cutesy ones, but like I think, is Stegosaurus the one that has the big like shield-shaped head with the spikes? I think it's Stegosaurus. Let me look. Let me see. Okay, Stegosaurus is the one with the spikes. That's fine. We'll do a Stegosaurus. Do a little Stegosaurus. We gotta make him kind of chunky, else he won't fit. And then we'll make his tail kind of come around. It's gotta fit in the die. A little bit smaller. A little chunky tail. Make sure he fits in the D20 I am designing him for. Okay. So this is our base shape here. Very rounded head. Alright, where is... Okay. Give him eyeballs right there. And right there. Okay. That is not big enough. This is probably too big. Nope. That's perfect. Put that there. Alright, so he's got his little eyeballs. And then here we'll do the nose. Make it still, I still want it to be kind of chibi and cute, so that's kind of our theme for the day. Everything must be cute. Okay, this eye is too big. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. So we got that, and then now we'll do some quick little stubby legs for him. Right, and then we'll give him some little stubby back legs. Eh. Alright, one more leg and then we'll do his little spikies. Do that. Okay. Okay, so we got his little spikes. I gotta make sure he still fits in the D20. He does. He does. Okay. Now we gotta look at the Stegosaurus spikies. So they're kind of almond shaped almost, or leaf shaped. Make them a little smaller than that. Biggest one right in the center. Yeah, we got that one. We'll do another one, a little bit smaller. For our little Stegosaurus. And we'll do another spike over here. Alright, and then another little one closer on his neck. Maybe do a little less clay on that one. But not a little bit less, still too big. Okay, and then let me see, how many spikes does he have? Okay, they usually have some spikes on their tail. Alright. Let me look at realistic photos of Stegosauruses here. Stegosaurus images. Okay, they got tail spikes. I'm going to do one more here. He's not going to be terribly perfectly realistic, but that's fine. He is meant to be cute first and foremost. Do this, and then we'll give him little tail spikes after this. Stay on there. Yeah, because normally they actually have 2 lines of spikes, but I cannot really do that with what I already have, so this will be fine. He looks kind of like one. Do this a little bit longer, and we'll give him little tail spikes. Yeah. All right. And there is our cute little Stegosaurus. He's got little tail spikes. I'm gonna do a little bit of a dimpled texture on him though. to give him a little bit more of a scaly look when I paint him. I was reluctant. I liked doing the little dinosaurs, but I think the last time I did dinosaurs, I really didn't sell for the longest time, which made me sad because I did a full set of them. Very tiny, which was difficult. But they didn't sell for the longest time. And I was so proud of them. Alright. But I think having this little guy should be easier. Let me make sure he still fits in his D20. He does. Okay. And let me see if we have time for another. Let me think. We're almost at an hour 30. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I don't think I'll have enough time to do another one. So I think we'll call it here. But we'll go over what we made today. So we have our little Highland cow guy. He's pretty cute. For an extra large D20, we have our little hamster eating a little seed. We have that. We have our little penguin who's going to go on top of a little thing of ice so it looks like he's floating. We have our Stegosaurus, which goes in a regular size D20, just a cutesy one. We have our little polar bear and his fish. They got that. Again, they're going to be floating on ice. And then we have our tiny little puppy dog that's going to go in a regular D20 set with all of a tennis ball and a whole bunch of like little milk bones. So I will have to bake these. Usually takes, I think, 30 minutes with the clay that I use. Depends on what clay you use. I like using Sculpey 3, Sculpey Primo, whatever's cheaper. And I really love Fimo Soft, but I haven't been able to get that lately. So Sculpey is higher level stuff is decent. So we've been working with that because it's a little cheaper. But anyway, I will take these downstairs and bake them, get them ready for the next step of painting. I might not be able to paint them on video, I don't know yet, but I will certainly post them on TikTok and in the shop eventually when they're finished. So if you watch this, I greatly appreciate it. I see the TikTok side actually worked for a bit. I had a couple issues, but not too bad. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I appreciate anyone who watched this far. If you have anything you'd like to see me make or suggestions, please comment and let me know. I will make pretty much anything I can sculpt. So yeah, I do take suggestions, and hopefully this was fun. And I will call it here because I got some other stuff to do. So thank you for watching.